What's up, guys? Welcome back to Magic Mondays. I want you to imagine what would your life look like if your Mondays didn't suck and you didn't have to go work at a boring old job with somebody you didn't like and doing something you don't love. Today I am bringing on a good friend of mine. His name is Adair. He is the founder of GameQuitters.com, which is the largest video game addiction support network in the world. He has now served over 50,000 people a month. That's a monthly thing that he's gotten his membership thing going on. Using the power of online video, he is serving people in over 83 countries and counting. And the coolest part about this is that Cam is such a heart-centered entrepreneur. He is one of the coolest people that I know, and he is truly helping to make a difference in the lives of not just the individuals struggling with video game addiction, but also their families, their friends, the people that really care about them. It is a serious problem, and he is leading the charge in solving it using the power of online video and video influence. So I'm going to bring Cam on here. Just give me 1 second while I get him in. I'm going to buzz him in here using the power of technology. So just hold on. And in the meantime, let me know if you are catching this live with us or if you are watching the rebroadcast. I would love to know. I would also love to know what it is that you are currently building in your video influence mastermind situation. So let me know about that. Hold on, I'm going to get Cam on here real quick. Let's invite him. Sent the invite. Cool. Got it. Thank you. Appreciate your patience, y'all. Appreciate the patience. Okay, so if you're just tuning in, welcome. This is Magic Monday. This series is all about helping you become a better video influencer online. How do you combine the science of human influence with the art of video production and the art of video mastery, if you will, using platforms like YouTube, Facebook Live, etc. What's up, Lukaija? Good to see you this weekend. Hey, Emma. Hello. So happy to see you guys tuning on here. Stoked to get Cam on here. So the cool part about Cam, let me tell you how I met him. I met him through a mastermind network that I'm a part of. He's actually, funny enough, literally sitting downstairs. I live in a mastermind household here in Encinitas, California. And we were like, okay, let's go live and tell the people how you did this and how you grew this community of 50,000 people strong in 83 countries and counting. So hold up, here he comes. He's a little slow on the punch with the live video, so that's all right. Thank you for your patience. Tell me where you're tuning in from. I'm curious. I see some people from San Diego, California. I see some other people from around the country, the United States of America. What's up, Brian? What's up, Sarah? Oh, we got 11 viewers at 11:11 on Monday, Magic Monday. Hold up. Had to text him. I'm like, yo, Cam, get on the live. Y'all, you're making the people wait. T.O. Okay, you guys, what is on your calendar? Where is your YouTube channel going? How are you using video influence to increase your impact and income online? It's not always about the money. The people that I'm bringing on this show and the series for you are doing some serious good in the world, and they're using the leverage of online video to be able to spread their mission and purpose around the world. We are not bound by limitations when you hop on the internet. The internet is the coolest thing since sliced bread. And if you are late to the game getting on this, then it's time. Time is now. This is not going away. Video is going to become more and more prevalent. And as you continue to build your business and brand online, all of these things are going to become more and more competitive as we continue forward into mid-century 2020 type world. Okay, T.O., I gotta go yell at Cam. 1 second. Just kidding, I'm not gonna yell at him. I'm just gonna kindly invite him to join us on this broadcast. T.O. Yo, Cam. We're live. I just invited you. Go to my page and then click the little green button. He might maybe actually go down there and give him some tech support. So one of the things that I've noticed in the YouTube Rank and Bank Masterclass is that sometimes people struggle with the tech support or the tech side of things. Here we go. And don't worry, I'm just here to tell you that that is a common problem.
Boom.
There he is. Yay, we did it.
Mikey DeRosa in the house. What's up, Mike?
So Cam's literally sitting downstairs in our mastermind household. He is part of our entrepreneurial network, and he is a rock star when it comes to online video influence. Your channel on YouTube has over 2 million views. You're now serving 50,000 members a month in your Game Quitters membership program and your group forums, and you have served and helped 80 people in 83 countries and counting overcome video game addiction. So tell me a little bit about that. Tell me a quick like elevator pitch, elevator story. Like, what's your story, Kim? Let me know.
Okay, before I have to do that, my mom is here. Hello, Mom. I love you, Mom. Shout out to my mom.
I guess, Mom.
My story is really just, I think, about using the power of your story to create a movement that impacts millions of people. And for me, that's, I went through my own personal journey with a video game addiction. I dropped out of high school, never graduated, never went to college, and eventually came to a point where I wrote a suicide note and realized that my life needed to change. And that change began by quitting video games. Because if I continued to game, then I would just game and game and game and never actually pursue anything in my life. So I quit, eventually realized that there were a lot of other people out there who were probably struggling too. Shared my story in a blog post online that turned into a TEDx talk. And then here we are like a couple years later, and it's just kind of crazy. So it's just an example of how you can use your story to really make an impact.
Very cool, Cam, and I'm so proud of you. The work that you're doing is much needed in this world. You've now been also named, you were recently named one of the top 150 health influencers in Canada, and your work has been featured all over the place. Tell me about some of those things. So you did 2 TED Talks, right? And how many views do those have?
I think we're at like 750, over 750,000 now, which is just crazy for me. Over 2 million views total on YouTube. And, those things to me, like those metrics are all relative, right? In one way you can say, oh, 2 million, like that's not really that much. Or you could say, wow, that's a lot of people. But my hometown is like 1 million people. And so the fact that I've had 2 million people watch my videos online just really speaks a lot of volume to me. And more importantly, it's just the messages I get every single day from people saying thank you, or that I've been able to help support them in any way. And that's why I do this.
Totally. And it's so awesome, the work that you're doing. So quick question for you. How has online video helped you grow your business and brand online? And this is an interesting question to ask you, Cam, because you're not necessarily in the business of video game addictions, right? You're in the service of helping people overcome video game addiction. So it's a little bit different with you. Like, I've talked with people who run coaching businesses and who are entrepreneurs running 7-figure businesses, things like that, where it is it's for profit, all business, like get in, get out, that kind of thing. And they're still providing a service. But with you, it's such a philanthropic service and a humanitarian service that people genuinely need to overcome those addictions. So how has online video helped to increase your income and influence and impact, most importantly, with you online?
Yeah, YouTube and just video marketing has been essential for us. And the main reason is that one of the principles I believe in is that you want to go to where the people are that you're trying to help. And so for some people that might be Instagram, for some people that might be Facebook. For me, generally my audience are gamers, and gamers spend a lot of time on YouTube watching other people play video games or watching streamers, and they spend a lot of time on Reddit. And so we have a Reddit community called Stop Gaming that is very, very big. And we also have a community on YouTube. And one of the challenges I found was that every day I was getting emails from people asking me the same questions. And so what I wanted to do was actually create videos that answered all these different questions I got, so that it would save time typing out the same answers. And instead I could say, hey, I have an answer that is on YouTube that's even better and more in depth than what I would do sitting here trying to answer your email. And so, that was a big part of it. And the other part of it was also, ultimately, I don't actually enjoy telling people what to do or how to do things unless they're asking me. And so what I've tried to do is just be more of an example of what's possible. And video for me was a way that I could kind of just use my lifestyle, use the way I live my life every single day to show people what my life is like. And in doing so, hopefully inspire them to maybe make some changes or to listen to maybe some of the advice that I had. So it was more of a natural way for me to market, instead of, trying to create funnels and all these different things that weren't really as meaningful to me.
Totally. And I love that. So I heard you say a couple things there. One, the power of automation. So online video and using video platforms can help you to automate the same questions that you're hearing over and over and over again. That's incredibly intelligent, because what happens when you put it on video, you do the work once, and then it will continue to work for you throughout the ages. As long as you keep those videos up and as long as you refer people to them, you don't ever have to sit there and do the manual admin work of being like, well, here's what we recommend, because you've already made a video about it. So automation is huge when it comes to that. The second thing that I heard you say was that you have several help videos essentially. So we talk about this in the Rank and Make Masterclass. There's 3 different types of content. There's hub content, help content, and hero content. And it sounds like you are garnering a lot of views, engagement, and being able to serve on a higher and deeper level with people by producing that help content and really just putting it there as like a, here's how to do XYZ. Yeah, does that land?
Yeah, exactly. And, so I have over 200 videos for free on YouTube. And ultimately for me, that's like just answering every common question I get. So, one of the odd ones that will seem kind of bizarre for people maybe watching this, but is actually super helpful to people is when you quit gaming, sometimes what happens is you start to have weird dreams and nightmares about gaming. And,
Oh.
it's kind of similar in a breakup. Like I've gone through breakups before where then I end up almost dating my ex in my dreams for like a month. And it's this weird thing. But for gamers, they're like, I've had like a nightmare about me playing. Is that normal? And so I actually have a video called, Is it normal to have dreams and nightmares about gaming after you quit? And for so many people, that is helpful to remind them that that is normal. That's a part of the experience. And there's ways that they can shift their state before bed or when they wake up that can help them, be in more of a state of flow and ease and grace. And so, answering just any common question I get, how to deal with cravings, what do you do about your friends after you quit, how do you find new activities, that's really been helpful for people. And I just want to shout out Brian. Thank you for sharing your story, and Patrick for being here. It's awesome to see so many friends.
Awesome. Cool. Well, yeah, that's amazing, Cam. And what I want to acknowledge you for is you've done an incredible job with the branding and really niching your audience down to be able to serve and help people overcome a specific problem. We talk about this all the time in marketing in general. And when you're trying to reach somebody or create audiences or create communities around a common cause, you got to decide who is the person that you're able to help the most. And it sounds like your personal story really played a huge role in this. And the thing I love about your branding is that it tells you right in the title, Game Quitters. We know what we're doing. We're quitting games, all right? That's it. It's great. It's incredible branding. And I feel like in addition to that, I'm curious, what are some other things that have helped you separate you from the pack and enabled you to build the world's largest video game support community?
Yeah, branding's been a big focus for us. And the reason is because the vision beyond just helping people be able to quit gaming is to actually redefine the way we approach addiction and mental health. Because so often addiction and mental health, we know from research that most people who struggle with addiction and mental health problems don't actually seek help for it. And the reason is because they're afraid of being shamed or stigmatized for it. And so most people won't walk into a doctor's office to say, hey, can I speak to a therapist? Can I talk to someone? But yet they'll watch a YouTube video or they'll search online for help because they feel more comfortable, they feel more in control. But what happens so often is you have these government or nonprofit websites that look like a doctor's office. They're white, they're bland, they're boring, and they're sterile. And so what I've tried to do is to try to make the branding just more fun, cool, fresh, something where people can kind of be excited or proud to be a part of it, which then as they're a part of the community, they develop rapport. Rapport creates trust, trust creates leverage. And that leverage and that influence can guide them to go actually seek professional help if that's something that they desire. But even if they don't seek professional help, they're still around a community of peers who get them and who can help them feel less alone. And so I think branding, generally mental health has a huge branding problem. And I've just tried to use Game Quitters as an example of how we could do that a little bit different.
Totally. It seems to me like from the outside, you're making it fun, something that they can identify with their own identity. They can attach it to their own experience. And then also like, if you're into, like, this makes so much sense, Cam. If you're into playing video games, you're into like an interactive experience. You're going to want that. And going into a sterile doctor's office is not going to appeal to you as much as sitting in your basement, Googling or YouTubing videos on how to overcome your problem. Like that
Right.
makes total sense. And so it's so smart what you've done to be able to separate yourself from any. Are there other influencers in this space that are doing what you're doing and have not seen that level of influence?
I haven't seen many yet around the addiction space, and I hope that what they can see from how we've been able to grow is that there is a lot available for them. And so there is an organization called Jack.org in Canada that I think they're doing a great job with their branding. They're obviously a little bit pushing a little bit more of the professional side, which is also important. Just in addiction and mental health, you need to make sure that you have a lot of credibility and things like that. I think they're doing a great job, but I hope that they do more of it. And I think that there's a huge opportunity just in this space to have people be sharing their story and kind of create communities around that, because it's so important. And, just even an example for me of another way I do it is I swear in my videos. And I get emails from parents all the time who say, like, can you please stop swearing in your emails? Can you please stop swearing in your videos? I want to send this out to other people, but it makes me uncomfortable. And I totally understand where they're coming from. But at the same time, I know when I swear in a video and that gamer who's very used to hearing swearing hears that or sees that, they relate to it. And that makes them feel more comfortable. It lets their guard down. And that ultimately helps them be able to get the help they want. And so everything I do is funneled around how do we actually help people? How do we encourage them to get help? And how do we then have the infrastructure on the back end to make sure that they get it if they're looking for it?
That's so cool. Yeah, you are the prime example with Game Quitters, Cam, of knowing your audience and speaking directly to your audience and having that content so niche down and knowing exactly who you're serving and exactly the problem or the challenge that you're helping someone overcome. So I have one last question for you, and this is the most fun question of the day. It's, what do you love about being a video influencer?
I love the opportunity to just actually interact with the audience. So something I'm kind of known for is answering every comment and email I get, which has changed a little bit recently, just as they've got more and more and more. I've had to be a bit more selective with my time. But I love just interacting with people. And what's crazy is I've been in airports and I've been walking down the street and I've had people recognize me from following me on YouTube. And there was a 13-year-old one time I was on a flight and he looked over at me and he was like, "You look like a famous YouTuber." And I was like, "Oh, do you watch my channel?" And he was like, "Oh." It was so meaningful to him, and
Aw.
that just interaction, being able to connect with other people and hear their stories and see how my videos or my work has been able to impact them is what makes it really special. And I have a question for you. uh, does your audience know that you're a secret rap star?
No, they don't know that yet. That's soon to be revealed. I'm sure we'll do a
The
freestyle for
secret's
some.
out.
Yeah, the secret's out. Lizzie G, straight rap artist. No, they don't know that yet. You know that because you've been staying at our house and you've heard the little samplings, the Lizzie G mixtape.
Wrap it
It's a
up.
side hobby for now. I'm going to go pro in 2019. You guys watch. You heard it here first. Well, cool, Cam. I am just so inspired by everything that you do. Thank you so much for hopping on here today. I think that people can really get a lot of gold nuggets. Tell us real quick before we hop off, tell us a little bit about how does your membership site work? Is it a open forum? Like, how do they actually get the service? Because I know people watching are probably wanting that. And by the way, if you're watching this and you have a question for Cam on how he created such a large community of 50,000 people in 83 countries around the world, how to TED Talks been featured in Vice and Forbes and Huffington Post and all these other amazing things. You're about to go to Canada to give a speak for some mental health conference. Like, it's incredible what Cam is doing, and he created that all on his own using the power of online video. So if you're watching this and you have questions about how he did that, now's the time to ask, because he ain't gonna be back for a little while, okay? And we'll be popping back on here later today to answer those questions if you're watching the rebroadcast. But for now, like, how does your membership site work? Because I know that there's probably some people out there who are curious about, like, how did you build this huge forum and membership community?
Yeah, it's a great question. And so part of the reason I chose YouTube was that I have members in our community as young as 10 years old all the way up to 70. And for me, getting emails from, say, a 12-year-old in India or a 13-year-old in Romania, for them, what I wanted to ensure was that if anyone out there was looking for help, they were able to get it for free, no matter what, no matter how much money they had, no matter what access they had. And so YouTube allowed me to be able to create all this content to be able to help them. And then we also have a community forum where people journal. So we encourage people to take a 90-day detox off of gaming and to journal each day about it, because we know that journaling is therapeutic and it really helps people be able to process their emotions and their experience. And so the forum is available for people. It's free. People interact with each other. They even support each other in their own native languages, which is really incredible. And then we also have a program, an online program that people can purchase called Respawn, that walks people through step by step exactly what to do to quit. It comes with worksheets and some extra bonus interviews and things like that, where, if someone's really looking for a curated do this, do that, do this, do that, it's available for them for the same price as an average video game, which is $47. So it's really cheap, actually, but it's accessible for people. And so whether it's, you need something for free or you're looking for something that's a little bit more curated, that's all available for you. And we do research, we speak at a lot of schools and all of that as well. So any way we can kind of get the message out there is what I'm all about. Hey, Emma, and my man, Brad.
I love that. I love it. Cam, thank you so much for sharing the inside scoop on how that all works. So if you're interested in seeing how Cam has structured this program, you can go to gamequitters.com. Where else can they find you?
Yeah, Instagram at Cameron Adair. I'm on Twitter, obviously Facebook here. If anyone has any questions, just leave them. I'll come and answer them and connect with me on here and love to support. And yeah, check out Game Quitters on YouTube.
Awesome. Freaking love it. Okay, you guys, next week I will be bringing on the Ohm Daddy, Daniel Eisenman himself, talking about viral videos and how he spread all the way across the world. So if you're interested in that, there's a little, if you're watching this on your mobile, there's a little yellow button you can click to be notified the next time we go live here for Magic Mondays. But thank you so much, Cam, for your time and all the service that you're doing in the world. It's very much needed. And I know me, for one, I'm very grateful that you exist. And if Cam's mom is still watching, you got an angel. You birthed an angel right here. So
love you, Mom. Thanks, Liz.
All right, you guys, I'll see you next week. Bye.